Hello everyone, welcome to Sunburned Plays, Ace Attorney Trilogy episode 76. At the end of the last episode, Desiree came in, busting in here, saying, hey, Detective Atmey has the urn, and the reason I know that is because it was in this bag. And then she had the bag, and then people were casting doubt on that, like, oh, you could have gotten that bag from anywhere. And it's like, so the options now, we could testify about what I saw, which we saw the bag at his, place, but we didn't know that the urn was in it. We never saw that the urn was in it, so they could poke that apart if they wanted to. Show fingerprints on the urn. If the dude wears gloves, that's not really helpful at all. So, and I'm not sure if he does or not. But I know we don't do the bottom one. I'm gonna say testify about what I saw. What's wrong? Isn't it your job to come up with something to say?
Nick, come on! It should be easy to prove. After all, we checked out that bag, didn't we?
You're right. I remember doing that. Whatever was in there, it was hard and round, and smooth, too.
Yes, it must have been the urn. It must have.
But I never actually saw it with my own eyes. Atmey walked in just when I was about to have a look at it. So even if it was the urn in there, I can't testify that it was. That's what I said.
Ah, you're right.
Ha! It looks like I was wrong about you, Mr. Trite. In this town overflowing with lies, there's still a single flickering candle of truth.
Nicky boy.
Well, it's true that I never actually saw the urn, but maybe I can still testify about it from another angle. What about it, Mr. Wright? Have you given up yet? There must be some way. I've got to prove that urn was actually... Yeah, okay. I can prove where the urn was. By the fingerprints on it. Fingerprints, eh?
Oh, come now. Now you're really making me laugh, Sir Lawyer.
See, he does wear gloves. I knew it.
Fingerprints indeed. May I go on? Good. Now, it would be perfectly understandable if my fingerprints were on the urn. After all, it was I who was guarding the urn in the first place. In any case, I am always in the habit of wearing gloves, as you can see. So unfortunately, my fingerprints wouldn't be evidence of anything.
What about it, Mr. Wright? This witness's fingerprints would mean nothing anyway.
Nick, what are you going to do now?
I've come too far to turn back now. Atmey must have brought the urn back to his office yesterday. And there, I'm sure someone must have left their fingerprints on it. The defense proposes that the fingerprints of this person should be on the urn. Okay, if not him... Hers? She was the one who took it, after all. It wouldn't be him. We're trying not to, frame him. Mask to mask?
Would it be him?
Let me give you an important piece of advice. The one who keeps a cool head all the way until the game's end is the winner. Let me give you an even more important piece of advice, Mr. Wright. You are not going to win this game with that answer. Wow. Load. Well, at least we get to skip the part where, we testify about what we saw. So it's like it never happened. They don't know that I'm an idiot. Alright, so we save here. Everybody wears gloves, though. I'm pretty sure Desiree wears gloves, too. She's like a biker and stuff. Yep, there you go. Figures. Figures. Fingerprints of this person. Maya? No. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, let's look at this urn, actually. Has pink splotches all over it. Found in the office of Atmey. So they put it together correctly. It used to be... Did Pearl do that? Oh. I wasn't actually at the pivotal moment. Oopsies. Is it Pearl? Ah. Somebody put it back together, though. Who could have done it? Who could have put it back together? It would have had to have been somebody who knew about it. Adrian Andrews. Dude, why does the internet just go out for no reason? It's not even, like, it just randomly decides that the cable is not connected, even though it is. I don't play a wireless connection, alright? I've never been in a situation where that was good. Why, it's Ron Delight, of course. I'm running out of people, I don't understand. Me? Oh. Did we touch it? I didn't know that we touched it.
So what is all this fuss about fingerprints anyway?
Mr. Atmey, do you recall the events of yesterday? Hey, Nick, come on, open it up! Hey, wait a minute. We can't just open his private property.
Don't be such a fuddy-duddy. This is a important investigation. Well, what's in there?
Hang on, taking it out now. Oh, it feels.
Oh, okay.
I get it. It's true that I didn't get a chance to look in the back at that time, but I did touch what was inside.
What? You touched it?
And I remember it very well. It was smooth and hard.
That was just...
Your Honor, I'd like the court to examine the fingerprints on that urn. If my fingerprints are on there, then it proves that the urn was in Detective Atmey's office.
Well, even if your fingerprints are on the urn, it still doesn't prove when they were put there, does it?
Of course it does.
What did you say?
It's not what I say, but what Adrian Andrews, the person in charge of the exhibition, said. I polished it until it was just about glowing. I thought maybe I could make it look more valuable. If she polished it that much, she must have removed any and all fingerprints on it. And the only chance I had to get my fingerprints on it after that was yesterday at the Atmey Detective Agency.
Ha! This blend, Godot blend number 107. I've decided. It's a little too bitter after all. Order, 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 order. I accept the defense's request. Bailiff, take this urn and... Wait a moment, Your Honor. There's no need for that.
No need, you say?
Precisely. I already know Mr. Wright's fingerprints are on the urn.
What are you saying? Yes, I've finally broken him down.
Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown.
This guy is nuttier than a fruitcake.
You see, it was me all along. I am the one and only Mask to Mask. Haha, I hope you all enjoyed my little performance.
Well, Mr. Godot, what's Mr. Atmey's condition? He's still in the lobby, laughing insanely, Your Honor. I wish I could enjoy the joke as much as he seems to be. Well, it looks like the matter has been settled. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
Nick, you were right after all.
Yeah, I guess Mr. Delight really wasn't the thief. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
You're wrong! Wrong, I tell you! I mean, not exactly wrong so much, but actually not right is what I was really trying to say.
Oh no, he's not. This can't be happening.
The thief! The sneaky, odious thief who's been stealing all the treasures! It's me! I'm him! I'm the one you want! I'm the thief, I tell you! So do it! Pronounce me guilty! Please!
I don't know what kind of a kangaroo court you all think this is, but... The true identity of the thief has already been proven! Please hurry and pass judge...
What are you talking about? I already confessed! I'm the thief, I tell you!
Mr. Godot, don't just stand there drinking coffee. Ha! Hey there, Mr. Thief.
Yes, sir?
If you're really a man, then clean up your own mess.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I just don't have any idea what you mean.
If you are masked to mask, then prove it. That's what it means.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to. He says he'll be happy to, Nick.
It's kinda cute. He's 100% committed to his fantasy. Good boy. Just remember one thing. A boy only gets one chance in his life to become a man.
I know that. I won't fail. I swear.
Okay then. Talk. We're all listening. Oh well. Let's all have a listen to this confession.
The truth is, I've been masked to mask all along. I mean, you can't prove that I'm not actually masked to mask, can you? I don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen, after all. I donned my costume that night and dancingly descended upon the scene of the crime. Look, you can see right there in the photo. That's me. As for my brooch, I snagged it on the door handle and got torn off, that's all.
I don't like the direction this trial has taken. But this is how every trial goes. At least with me, anyway. Ha! You're doing great.
Stop it, Mr. Godot. You're embarrassing me.
Like I said, you're only going to get one chance to testify, alright? But if you make it through this with flying colors, I'll keep my promise too. I'll make sure you stay locked up in prison as the one and only true mask to mask.
Thanks so much, Mr. Godot. I'll do my best.
Alright, Mr. Wright. I'm afraid it's time for the cross-examination. Truth is, I've been mask to mask all along. You may think you're the real mask to mask, but your wife thinks you're delusional.
I haven't told Desi yet. About my true identity, I mean. Believe me, I've got my reasons.
With the way your room is decked out, how could she not know about it? Even thieves have complicated family situations, I suppose. What should I do? It sounds like we're about to get sidetracked. Again. So why are you withholding the truth from your wife?
Well, first of all, I don't think she'd believe me anyway. And second, if there's one thing that Desi absolutely detests, it's criminals.
If that's the case, then why did you ever start thieving to begin with?
Well, Desi is crazy about shopping. She's a real shopaholic. But she's the love of my life, Your Honor. I guess you could say I'm a Desi-holic.
So you do have a complicated family situation after all.
Alright, that's enough. Please continue with your testimony, I beg of you. I thought you were going to be the one to show us the proof. You know, that you're the real mask to mask and not just some kind of obsessed fanboy. Hey now, that's not fair. Why do I have to do all the hard work anyway?
Maybe because you're the one making the outrageous claim, for a change.
Come on, Nick. You know that Mr. Delight couldn't have committed the crime. You're the one with the fancy law degree. It's time to put it to work already.
I need some kind of proof that Ron couldn't possibly be masked to mask.
Well, I guess if you had that kind of proof, we wouldn't still be here, would we?
For the time being, maybe I need to shift strategy. I should try to show that Mr. Delight couldn't have stolen the urn.
Anyway, I
don't have an alibi for the night the urn was stolen. After all, that's not true. We actually do have that. Now, do I present you with the blackmail letter or with your wallet? Okay, yeah, we're gonna get right into this then. Mr. Delight, I believe you've seen this before, correct?
that's...
What is it? A blackmail letter. That's what it looks like from the contents. Blackmail? According to this letter, at 1 o'clock in the morning on the night of the crime, Mr. Ron Delight was ordered to go to the offices of KB Security. 1 o'clock in the morning? Correct. Which is around the time the security camera photo was taken. That seems like too big of a coincidence. I wonder if somebody else has, deluded this dude into thinking. I think maybe whoever sent the blackmail letter is masked to mask. I think that's the conclusion we're gonna inevitably draw here. So if the defendant was at KB Security at 1 o'clock in the morning, then that proves that he has a watertight alibi.
No!
Furthermore, considering the distance between Lordly Taylor and KB Security, it would have taken 30 minutes to get there by car, according to Larry anyway. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have anything to say? And stop drinking that coffee. Come on, Mr. Thief. Don't let this guy beat you. Tell him why he's wrong.
You're the only one who calls me thief, Mr. Godot. Alright, I'll try. I'll do it, I will.
He's really got Mr. Delight all worked up. Yeah, he's like a kid at his first day of school.
Mr. Wright, it's true that I received that blackmail letter, but whether or not I actually went there is a whole different story, right? Oh, sorry if I'm sounding dramatic. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about.
Ha! That was brilliant! Well, Mr. Wright, it looks like you need some more evidence after all. Gah, this stupid kid! I mean, we have that evidence. Now then, let's see your evidence. Demonstrate to this court that he actually went there. Alright, I'll show you right now. Ron's wallet. Mr. Delight, this wallet belongs to you, correct?
Yes, it does. I had lost it somewhere.
Mr. Wright, when you find a wallet, you should report it to the police right away. No, you don't understand. This is an important piece of evidence. Evidence? Mr. Delight, when did you first notice that you'd lost your wallet?
Let's see. I think it was on the night of the crime. But I know I still had it when Desi and I went out for dinner.
This wallet was found at approximately 1 a.m. at KB Security Headquarters. Well, that's when it was found. He still could have dropped it there earlier. What? Surely you're not serious. I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. This proves that Mr. Delight was in fact at KB Security that night.
No!
Ha! This is indeed sad. Romanticists are blind to the reality that lies before them. Huh? What does that mean? Why did Mr. Delight drop his wallet at KB Security? What purpose did it serve? Perhaps it was dropped by his wife to create a false alibi for her dear husband instead. Sorry, but Mr. Delight probably dropped it himself when he went to use this, the key card to KB Security's CEO's office. CEO's office? What's wrong? No snappy comebacks? The fact is that Mr. Delight entered the CEO's office around 1 o'clock that night. No, 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 no! Order, order, order! So when the theft of the urn occurred, the defendant was at KB Security. It looks like a perfect case for the defense. You may see it as a perfect case, Judge, but to me... well, let's just say that my Godot blend number 107 impresses me a lot more.
What are you trying to say?
You say the thief was being blackmailed by the CEO of a security company, but did you actually investigate this CEO at all?
Huh? Well, no, I guess not.
Accusing a man of blackmail with no proof. I'm not sure what I think of that.
Not sure what I think of that? At least I know what I think of you.
Good point. I'm not sure what I think of it myself. You claim that the defendant entered the CEO's office, but you will need at least one witness to corroborate your claim, Mr. Wright.
Nick, I think we're going to have to track down the CEO guy.
No, we don't have to track down the CEO at all. What do you mean by that, Mr. Trite? There is someone else who can testify. This is the person who can testify that the keycard was used at 1 a.m. that night.
Of course, we need Larry back here.
Who is this useless-looking young man? You don't remember him, Your Honor? Not exactly. But just looking at his picture makes the bile start to rise in my throat.
It looks like he doesn't remember the case from 2 years ago.
He probably blocked out that memory on purpose. Anyway, this man was working as a guard at KB Security that night.
Oh?
The question at hand is this key card. Yup, that's the key card they use in the building I work. According to the serial number, this one is for the CEO's office. You need it to get into that room, and every time you use that card, it leaves a record. Yeah, it tells you exactly who entered the room and when. As you can see, there's no need to investigate the CEO of KB Security. We should be able to discover the truth simply by analyzing this keycard's data. Blah! Well, Mr. Godot? The name of the CEO of KB Security is Kane Bullard. I was unable to contact him directly, but I got the keycard data. Here. So what does it show? Each keycard has its own serial number and they leave detailed records of their use. According to this data, this card was used at 1 a.m. on the morning of the crime.
Used on October 12th, the night of the crime at 1 a.m.
But that means it can't be Mr. Delight dressed as Mask to Mask in this photo. Ha! It looks like you're right. 2 minutes isn't even enough time to brew a good cup of joe. So then... Ron Delight was clearly in the office of KB Security CEO at the time of the crime. The prosecutor's office is ready to admit that fact. Therefore, it's impossible for the defendant to be Mask to Mask.
Good job! You did it, Nick!
Dude, we're getting way too many, quick victories, but, you know they're gonna keep on drawing this out. That's enough. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of thief.
What's wrong, Your Honor?
I'm ready to pass judgment, but before I do that, do you have any further objections?
No, Your Honor.
Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight.
Oh, wow. They're actually doing it. Maybe he literally just wants to go to prison so he can escape from his wife. Is that what's actually happening? She's draining my bank accounts dry, man! I'd rather be in jail!
Court is now adjourned.
Nick, you did it! You were right after all! Actually, I'm a little bit ashamed of myself.
Nicky boy!
Oh, Miss Delight!
I knew you could do it! I believed in you all along, Nicky boy!
I don't know how I can ever repay you. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Miss Delight. I just know I'm blushing. Her name is Mrs. Delight, but thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Nick!
Although maybe not for long, you know. They definitely don't appear to be
you know, have good chemistry, you know what I mean? Oh, Pearls, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Who is this woman?
Oh, she's nobody. She's just,
You're blushing! How dare you do this in front of Mystic Maya? You should be ashamed of yourself!
Youch! She slapped me.
Pearly, this woman is Miss Desiree Delight. She's our client's wife. Mr. Nick!
Yes?
You're even worse than I thought. Going behind the back of your own client.
No, you've got it all wrong.
I'll never forgive you!
Ow, a double slap.
Well, anyway, all's well that ends well, right? We got the sacred urn back and the thief has been caught.
You're so right, and it's all thanks to Nicky Boy here.
But actually, it was you, Miss Delight, that brought us our urn back. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, please, you're embarrassing me. If we won the case, then why does this guy still look so glum?
But I am the thief. Actually, what's the point now?
What is it, honey? I did my best for you, Ronnie.
I know that, and I appreciate it, Desi. But the thing is...
Come on, give the kid some time. He's just got a little touch of the blues. You know about feeling blue, right, amigo? Mr. Godot, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, I just came here to say thanks to my newest buddy. You, Mr. Trite. Maybe you should learn my name before you call me buddy. Well, playtime is over. Huh? Early this morning, the body of Kane Bullard was discovered.
Kane Bullard? Where have I heard that name before?
Oh, so we're having a complete new crime. Oh, that's new. I like that. Isn't that the name of the CEO of KB Security?
Wait, body?
The estimated time of death was 1 a.m. on October 12th. Oh, so was this dude trying to get caught as mask to mask so he wouldn't be tried for a murder of the CEO? Damn, to avoid the death penalty? Because doesn't this game death penalty murderers like 100% across the board? Pretty sure they mentioned something about that. That's right, amigo. At the same time that a cheap little urn was being stolen, the CEO of KB Security was being murdered. So then, what are you doing here? Oh, come on, you figured it out already, haven't you, amigo? Or have you already forgotten about that piece of info I helped you out with today? Helped me out? What? On October 12th at 1 o'clock in the morning, Ron Delight was in the CEO's office, the scene of the murder. After getting that blackmail letter, he must have been imbrued with utter rage.
What are you saying? Imbrued with rage?
Come on, don't tell me you didn't know. Ron Delight was once an employee of KB Security. He was a professional security guard. An employee of KB Security? It looks like the alibi that saved him from being convicted as a thief is going to be the noose that gets him hanged. Kind of an anti-alibi.
No way.
He can't be the thief because he was at the murder scene when the murder occurred.
No, that's a lie. It can't be true.
Oh, dude, she killed him. Dude, she killed the CEO 100%. Dude, I bet my life on this. Not my life. I bet at least $3 on this. She did it. She had his wallet because she uses his wallet to shop all the time. She's like, oh, I might as well just keep his wallet. I got his credit cards, haha, gold-digging wife. And you know what? I found that envelope on the table and I was like, who's this guy who's trying to blackmail my husband? I'm gonna go to see who that is and I'm gonna go to KB Security and I still got his wallet in my pocket, but like, after the scene of the crime, I'm gonna drop it somewhere. And I don't know why she has like a southern black accent at this point, but it's just kind of fun to do, so let's keep it going.
But I'm a thief, I tell you.
Ron Delight, you're going back to prison again. This time the charge is much more serious. This time you'll be tried for murder.
What? This is impossible.
I'm looking forward to another exciting showdown, Mr. Trite. You and I aren't through with each other yet. Surely you won't back down from a challenge. You've never been a coward.
Mr. Nick, Is there something personal between you two?
I've returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. At least let me have some fun while I'm here.
This guy, who the heck is he? He may be quiet, but he's the most dangerous enemy I've ever faced.
Well then, time to say goodbye to Mr. Delight.
Nick, how could this be happening? Right in front of our very eyes, our client has been arrested for murder. And the one who established his presence at the scene was me. Yeah! Ronnie! Arrested for murder on the very same day he's declared innocent of larceny. What the heck's going to happen next?
Oh, dude, that's a perfect time to end. This is going to be a little shorter episode. We're 31 minutes in. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.